this, so wait a minute, so this foot, so here, yeah, this foot is leading. So we bend this towards, yeah, your pelvis bends towards the foot that's leading, so that means it's going this way, not as far as that, but you know, that way. Let's pull it back a little bit, and then it's more. Then it's maybe here we can pull it back a little bit the other way. Sorry, this way. So this foot's leading this time. So this way. So this is this foot leading. So it's pulling this way. And then we go to this foot leading, and that's pulling that way. We went and did it the wrong way around. Pulling this way a bit. So you got that. So oops, that. And I'll make a key here, and I'm going to make a key here. Drop these down a bit. Like so. I'm just going to pull these down slightly. And yeah, you got this kind of slight roll. So there, from there to, it's that kind of slight, you know, like a woof like this, something like this. Just alter these tangents a little bit. So this kind of slight, I'll probably get rid of that as well, make it a bit smoother. So you got this kind of slight rolling, and then there will be a little roll in the Z perhaps, but actually what's more interesting about this is there is a definite roll in the X. If we look at the horse's head as it comes, look at the position of the head, we can see that as it's coming forward like this, the head comes forward, so it's like at this stage where the legs are like this, the rotate Y is definitely coming forward with the horse, yeah? Rotate Y. I might have over exaggerated there, but anyway, and when it's, if you look at the position of the head again, when it's coming up, where is it? Is to definitely put a pull back on this bit here where it's coming back. It's almost like the head comes more in the opposite direction, pulls back a bit. I'll probably drop that down a bit, but yeah, you've got this kind of wave a bit like this. I'll just turn these to, and yeah, so you've got that kind of effect. Woof. You see the head goes up and then it forward on the, and move these up a bit, I think, make it more. You see, I'm just kind of making these kind of more obvious. So we got this kind of thing as the head comes forward on the, it's forward on that and it's back again, yeah, like this. So you have that effect, yeah. Yeah, and then we have a similar thing happening with the back. Or actually slightly different with the back. What you can see is the horse elongates. It kind of compresses. Oops. Actually, we can't really see it on this, to be honest, but you can see it on the horse kind of extends here, and it compresses when it's in the air, so it's almost as if you could take this, and when it's in the air, when it's pulling its feet up, its backside is going to be pulling them up under like this. It's compressing underneath it. Yeah, so I'm compressing there, and then stretching out here. So you can maybe exaggerate a little bit more. So pulling back, so it can. You've got the stretching and compressing. I can't even say it correctly. Okay, so we got this. Yeah, so we got that kind of motion. Right, and then we haven't really used this control at all. I mean, sometimes it can be quite nice. Let's see what this looks. One of the problems when you're doing animations of this kind is achieving some sense of weight. You want your character to look like it has a kind of sense of weight to it. You don't want it to look light, which it can easily happen with a run. Now I can see that some of these shapes are a bit weird. Where's that one there? Is it this? Yeah. So and you have all these different. Oops. See, that's one thing I mustn't do. I've just gone and changed that. I've got to remember that this is a slipped cycle. So I would have to go to where I've slipped it. Now I've slipped it from frame 12, which means I would have to go back to 12 and oops, 12, 1, 2. I'd have to go from 12 to do this, so it's kind of like, so if I want to change this and make it look less strange, then I have to go in and actually do it where the cycle is. And again, see, I moved it up there. I don't want this point here anymore because that's not going to make any sense. I want a smooth trend. Okay, so this is maybe something like that, and this one here. This is also too low down, so I'd probably move this up. I get rid of this, and then you've got that. Yeah. Okay, so something like this. And again, let's do the back pelvis. So, excuse me. One thing I forgot to do is I need a little bit of rotation on this. And then, I'll go back to 1 to 15 again, just so I know what I'm doing. And it's the same thing. When it's like this, the orientation of the pelvis is going to be a little bit more towards the leading foot, so that it will rotate more in this direction. Yeah, and I can copy that and paste it on here. Yeah, and then when it is this one leading, then it'll pull it more towards this foot. So yeah, we've got a bit of a, so we've got this kind of rotation, slight rotation. I can always crack it up even more just by selecting this. You don't want it too much, but it's certainly there. That anyway, so we've got this. Is that working? Let's have a look. Oh, have I rotated in the wrong axis? It should be Y, and I've done it on. Oh, sorry. Oh no, it's the Y. I've gone and increased the Z. I was meant to increasing the Y. Oh, you just got to be careful what you're doing. It's more like this. Not too much. Let's see if that. You want it to be visible. Oops, and also try and push this up a bit. So not quite there, but maybe there. Yeah, something like that. So we've got a bit of motion there. And I was saying that I might be inclined now to I haven't used this really at all. You don't have to use it, but just to get an extra bit of movement in the horse, it's kind of off the ground here, so I was thinking it might be an idea to, I can have this, let's see, what can I do? I can key this here, key it here. I can drop it down a bit here, not too much. If you've got this kind of, so we've got that down, and then up here, maximum. and then down again. You know what I mean? It's just giving a bit more of a kind of bounce to this. And I'm going to make this, when it comes down, I'm going to break these tangents, I think, just to make it a little bit more. So I'm going to break these, have this a bit more like this. I'm going to make sure I can see what's happening afterwards. So there, and then I'm going to have this like, I should have done these together, a bit more like that. So you've got this kind of drop. Let's see if this works. Just to make it a little bit more. Yeah, it might be a little bit jerky actually. Actually, this is I should, if you're playing something, looping something, I should loop it at 14 because otherwise it's not repeating. So yeah, okay, if we get something like that. Yeah, the head's a wee bit jerky anyway, so let's you can always check to make sure you've got exactly the same frames. No, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so that, and then, right. So that's one bit, and then I'm going to use the up and down controls. Just to show you, I'll just use, I think this is just, I'll just use the up and down on this to get a little bit more motion. Or I can cut and paste. So I've got this up and down motion and twisting motion on this one, and I've got this kind of up and down, and you'll notice you can see the peaks of these. One's on 8 and one is on 10. So I could theoretically just take the animation from this. I can actually just cut and paste the whole lot of it, I think. And I could just move it by, slip it by one frame. So I could just go like this, edit, copy. I go here, and I'm going to put it in frame 2, go paste. Oops, I can always alter this. And I'll just make sure this is looping both ways. And let's have a look. That might be a bit much. Ooh, you're getting a bit. And you know, I can always go in and just. This is roughly symmetrical. I can just take this down a bit, you know. It's just so I get a bit of motion. So there we go. You get it feels a little bit more organic. Might be a bit much, but anyway. So we got this, and yeah, you're always reusing frames because I can go to, you know, so you know I'm going in and adjusting stuff. I would probably also go in and orthographic new, go to the, you know, check out how this looks from other angles. I can see that there's problems with this one here. I would have to let's see. I haven't animated this, but this one starts in 14, so I can see there's something weird going on there. So I wonder if I can change that. There we go. It kind of gives me a better shape. 17. Now here's the deal. I haven't really animated this, so I know that this frame starts at 14, so I need to key that one that I just keyed, this one here, at 14, and I went to 17 with it. Let's see where else the cycle goes all the way to frame 28. So that means that I also have to key this. I've got to key it off. I've got it at 17, maybe take it to 19 and key it off, because I don't want it affecting other things, and I key at 28. That's the thing when you're having cycles, you want to make sure that everything is cycling as it should do. Okay, so we got that. And then what I probably want to extend the, I'll put it back to the other side. I also want the head to extend more when it comes forward. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm copying the rotations. Let me see. I'm just going to copy the X rotations of this. So I'm going to copy the X rotations because I'm just copying one curve. I don't have to. I don't need to select like this. I can just I mean, I can select like that, I guess, but it's easier because I don't want to copy everything just to select the curve I want, which is this one, and go edit, copy, and then I'm going to go to this control and maybe offset it to frame 3. I'll press S so I get my channels, and then just go edit, paste. Oh, it didn't work. I'll try again. Edit, copy. Yeah, it is rotate X, yeah. Edit, paste. Okay, that looks like it's worked. And make sure this is cycling. Okay, so let's see that. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit better. Should move those together. Oh, I see. It's just moving. It's not moving the whole thing. Okay, maybe I'll drop that down.